What's going on? My name is Rob, and we are getting this YouTube Racing League together. I was thinking today was the first, but it's still a couple days till the first. So we still got a couple more days until the entries are no longer taken in. Got thinking about what could we do to make the racing better. And I'm not one to like to fool or monkey with the rules too much, but I got to thinking, a lot of times you got cars in the pack in NASCAR that, for whatever reason, are in the back that are good cars. And they just, it's almost like they've got 50 extra horsepower when they're coming through the field. So what if we call, 1 through 5? 1 is the top group, 2 is the top group, 3 is the middle group, 4 is the middle group. What's up, Dale? 5 is the bottom group. But what if we call 6 hot rodder? Okay? And what we'll do with hot rodder is this. We'll pick ourselves up 2 20-sided dice. Okay? We'll roll them. We'll add them up. In this case, 18 and 6, 24. We'll go to who's in 24th place. We're not even going to let the person in front of them try to stop them. And as long as what's going on, Sean? As long as they keep rolling their gas pedal, they're going to just move up through the pack. They're going to hot rod it. And that's what we're going to call 6 this year, hot rod. How's that, guys? So instead of a duel, we're not going to do duels. We're going to call 6 hot rod. So if I roll a dice and I roll a 6, instead of doing a duel, we're going to call it a hot rod, and then we're going to pick up these two 20-sided dice. Okay. In the event that I roll doubles, that means the leader is just doing great and he's still doing his job, and we'll just mark off a lap. But in the case I roll the dice and it's 7 and an 18, that'd be a 25. I go to whoever's in 25th place, and we're going to give that person a chance to hot rod. We're going to give him a chance to go to 24th. As long as he can go all the way to first, if he's running that good. So I hope it's well taken by everybody. But that's what we're going to call it this year. If a roll of 6, hot rod. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you're at in the pack. If your car is just handling that good, you can move around 24th, 23rd, 22nd. As long as I keep rolling 3 or less for your gas pedals, you get to keep moving all the way through the pack, no stopping. Okay? Like a man or woman on a charge. And once in a while, you got those cars in NASCAR. So I think it's a good idea. Let me know what you think of the ideas as well, and we'll go with it that way. A lot of bowl games getting played today. A lot of bowl games getting played today. Pretty proud of the way I picked the games over the weekend. I'm one of a couple of people in this all the chat, and I've got all the chat. I can go back and look how I picked them. So, but I was one of the people that picked the 49ers. I've stuck with the 49ers. I picked them when they went down to New Orleans, and I picked them when they went to Seattle. They've played, you go look at the 49ers schedule. My gosh, man, they played the Ravens, which they lost to. About the only team that 49ers didn't play was the Patriots, I guess. That was a real top, top of the board type team. They didn't play the Chiefs either, maybe. Maybe they didn't play the Chiefs. Kyle has turned them, no doubt about it. Coach of the year in my mind. Coach of the year. And I don't like to throw pixie dust on somebody's coach or anything, or sourpuss anybody's coach. But if I was a Seahawks, if I liked the Seahawks, I'd be like, you got to get rid of this guy. You got to get rid of what's his name? Seattle. You got to get rid of him. The old USC coach. I can't think of his name to save my life right now. See him, old gray-headed guy. Yeah, Pete Carroll. You got to get rid of him. You got to get rid of him. Number one, if you would have been in the Super Bowl, if I'm the owner of the Seahawks, we go to the Super Bowl, you've got first and goal at the 2-yard line. First and goal at the 2-yard line. And you throw, and you do that debacle of throwing the football when you got one of the top 3 running backs at the time. He's going back to USC now. They don't even want him back there. I'd have got rid of him there. I'm sorry. I've been like, you did a great job getting us to the Super Bowl. Here's your check. Hit the bricks. Take it up somewhere else. He's not going to Washington either. We know who Washington's getting. They got Ron Rivera, maybe even signing as early as today. We know who Dallas is getting. It's looking more and more evident that they're getting the old Ohio State coach. Yes, Seattle's coming to the Eagles this week. They're playing Sunday late game, so it'll be 4:30. Yeah, 4:30 on Sunday, and they're favored. Seattle's favorite, point and a half favorite. Yeah, Seattle's favored by 1.5. They're the only road team that is favored. Although I think 2 road teams are going to win. The second biggest is the Patriots. They're 4.5 point favorites. I'm telling you, folks. Don't lay down on the Patriots just because they laid an egg this week. Don't even think about it. They're 4.5 point favorites. The biggest dog this week's Minnesota, and I said New Orleans beats them, but I think they'll keep it close. I think Minnesota will keep it close, but New England 4.5 point favorite. I'm not sure. I think all the games are going to be pretty close, but I've said all along I think Buffalo's going to march into Houston and beat Houston. I think Seattle's going to march into Philadelphia and beat Philadelphia. They're the better team. What's up, Tribe fan? What's going on, my friend? What is up? Philadelphia and Dallas really can't gripe a lot. They have nothing to gripe about. They are hosting a team that's won 12 ball games. So Pete Carroll, neither coach is great. The guy in Philly is not that great either. No, Garrett ain't coming back. Rocky's game will be uploaded later today. Cool deal. So, yeah, I think Garrett's gone. I think Garrett is gone. So this is what I've got. Buffalo against Houston. Buffalo's winning. I'm picking Buffalo to win this game. But how much? 24-20. 24-20. I'm picking Buffalo to win this ball game. Titans and the Patriots. They're actually playing about Saturday night. And the Patriots are 4.5-point favorites. I think they cover. I think they'll cover. I think it'll be a good game, but I think they will cover. 42-31. Patriots going to put some points on the board against the Titans. Minnesota, New Orleans. And New Orleans, 7.5-point favorites. 7.5 too much. This is going to go way over the total, though. Saints 36, Vikings 34. And that's going to go way over the total. Seattle, Philadelphia, play the under on this one. Play the under on this one. The over-under is 46. I said last night Seattle was going to win. They're not going to win 30. They're not going to get 30 points, so they won't do that. Seattle 20, Eagles 16. Let's say that. Neither team's going to go out there and light the board up. Seattle's a better team than the Giants. Seattle's a better team than the Redskins. They both gave the Eagles fits. The Eagles didn't get away from the Giants till the fourth quarter yesterday. And it was a couple of fumbles, a couple of other things. Seahawks are a better team than that. Seahawks have played great during this season. They beat the 49ers. Who all else did they beat? Let's see. Did they play Green Bay? I was thinking maybe they played Green Bay during this season. I'm not sure. You know what? I got it right here. I got it right here. All right. Let's see who. Seattle. They beat Pittsburgh. We know that. All right. So let's look at the Seattle team. Okay. If we can. So they beat Pittsburgh. They actually put Roethlisberger out for the year. They beat Cincinnati. That's nothing to write home about. Who did Seattle beat? They beat some good teams, though. They lost to New Orleans at home. They lost all three of their games at home today. This year. You believe that? I think he went 8-0 on the road. Nuts. That is crazy. Seattle beat Arizona at Arizona. They lost to them at home. They beat the Rams at home. They went to Cleveland. That's nothing to write home about. Nothing to be proud of there. Baltimore went to Seattle and beat them, so that was one of their losses. Seattle beat Atlanta. Nothing to hang your hat on. Tampa loses to Seattle. Nothing. Still nothing there. They may not play a good schedule. Then they went to San Francisco. Oh, you going to the Eagles playoff game? Okay, wonderful. You have to get some pictures for us, Dale. Seattle beat San Francisco in the Monday night game. That was a wonderful game, a really good game. Then they had a bye week. Let's see what else they did. They came to Philadelphia and beat Philadelphia already this year, 17-9. Yeah. So Philadelphia knows what they're in for with this team. Yeah. I think it's going to be that kind of game again. I really do. Seattle beat Minnesota, another playoff team. Then they lost to the Rams. We'll try. I'm in Enzo. Okay. Rams beat Seattle. And then we know that the Cardinals beat them. Let's see. Seattle beat Carolina. And Arizona beat Seattle, and then yesterday, San Francisco beat Seattle. That's good news by Justin Garrett. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know how well that Urban Meyer is going to be received in Dallas by the players, because every sentence he says is, "Son, you got to do this better. Son, you got to be better at this. Son, you got to be." And I'm sorry, you do that enough in the NFL, and they're going to look at you and be like, "What?" How much did Seattle lose by yesterday? 5 points, 26-21. They blew it again inside the 5-yard line. Yeah, that's going to be the problem in Philadelphia next week. Which inept coach is going to do the worst? Pete Carroll or Philly's coach? And you can tell me, oh, well, he won a Super Bowl. I don't care. I don't care. That guy's not a good coach in Philadelphia. He is not a coach, man. You had a top 5 coach in the last 40 years in Philadelphia, and you ran him out of town on a rail. And the only reason they had to run him out is because they got this fool, Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman's he's a jerk. He's an idiot. You notice Kansas City, they let him have a little bit of to do with who's picking the players now. And Andy Reid needs somebody to hold a clock next to him and know how to do time management. He's not good about that. But player evaluation, man, he's one of the top 5 in the league about that. He knows his players. He knows players. And people love to come play for him, too. They love him out there in Kansas City. They wouldn't trade him for the world. Cowboys might have gotten him. They could have got him. Tribe fan, I don't know if you were here earlier or not, had to make an announcement about red, white, and blue racing. Normally a 1 and 2 roll is the front. That's going to stay the same. 3 and 4 is the middle group. That's going to stay the same. Normally 5 is the back group. That's going to stay the same. But a 6 roll is not going to be a duel in the YouTube Racing League anymore. 6 is going to be hot rodding. Hot rodding is going to be this. I'm going to roll 2 20-sided die. And right here, I got a 5 and 18. It'd be 23. I'd go to whoever's in 23rd spot, roll, and if successful, he gets to move up 22nd. Keep rolling. There's no defending it at all. Whoever the hot rodder is, if you roll their gas pedal, moves up one more, and then he can hot rod all the way to the front if his gas pedal works right. So that's going to be, Doug Peterson, yeah. But that's going to be a roll of 6 on my hot rod YouTube Racing League. It's going to be a hot rod, and whatever I roll, let's see what I got here. What have I got here on 2? It's a 9 and a 1. So whoever's 10th place. And in the case of rolling doubles, that means the guy up front is like, y'all better try to keep up with me. Rob was killing me last. Oh yeah, Coach O, yeah. Coach Orgeron at LSU used to be assistant coaches. He was assistant coach at other places, and Dallas at one time wanted him, and I was making fun of the way he does. Yeah, can you imagine if Coach Orgeron was your dad? All right. Honey, go get them kids out of bed. Kids, get out of bed. You jump up and hit your head on the damn ceiling. It'll be like, what the hell did happen there? It would be so funny. But yeah, that was the announcement I wanted to make. We're gonna see how some of the we'll see how some of the bowl games come out today. The wife at the last minute today ended up having to go to the hospital. My father, 86 years old, started coughing real bad. I'm scared maybe he's got pneumonia. I don't know exactly what's going on there. Yeah, Tri-Fan, I still got your car. I still got yours. So she was actually working this morning, and she told my parents she would take them up to the VA. So my dad is up there, hoping that maybe he can get transferred to a regular hospital if he has to stay overnight. I'm not very optimistic about him coming home today. I'm sure you've seen Papa Rob on here before. He said hi to you folks before. He's not in the greatest of health. And me and my wife do a lot of checking on him as much as we possibly can anyway, as often as we can. And it's getting really, really hard on my mom to have to watch him all the time. And so she took him a couple hours ago to the VA. Haven't heard anything back yet. So that's going to probably have a lot of bearing on what I'm going to be doing the next upcoming days, and then going into the new year. And if somebody gets in touch with me and says they want a car that they haven't been in the series before, if you've been in the series, before, you don't have to worry about sending me nothing. But if you're somebody new, you need to get down here and tell me your name you want on the card, the number you want, the color you want, and all the parts. Fast pit, escape, and your 3 traits out of the 6. And you just got to look back at one of my old videos. You can leave me a note in any of them. I contact. If you've never done it, leave me a note at one of them, and you'll see how quick I get back to you. They keep him, but a lot of times I may be sitting here eating dinner or whatever, and trying to pick up fishing hints, which I'm always doing that. I'm always trying to find out how I can get better fishing, and I definitely want to take your wife on my fishing trip. I got to find a few more people to go with me, but should be pretty fun. I'm going to the southwest part of Virginia, about 2.5, maybe 3 hours away, down past Blacksburg, and we're going to go down in that area, and we're going to go trout fishing. And thank you, Dale. I appreciate it. And if he loves watching trout fishing on here. Where am I at now? I'm in the south central part of Virginia. I'm not too far from Lynchburg. I'm about 30 minutes out of Lynchburg and about an hour out of Roanoke. And I'm about 40 minutes out of Danville. So I'm south central part of Virginia. So for me to go to Roanoke and then go down 81, there's a couple places I want to go fishing, but there's one place in particular. I'm taking Mrs. Rob with me. Okay. And I actually talked to a guy. He went fishing there for Thursday, and he caught a 7.5 pound. Caught a 7.5 pound rainbow. What VA did your dad go to? Oh, Salem, Virginia, up in Salem. My wife's up there. Mrs. Rob, mom and dad are up there right now. But he may get he can get transferred to a public hospital uh, with whatever their coverage is or whatever. So he may end up going to one of a hospital closer to home for me, which that could be over in Lynchburg, preferably not in Danville, but Lynchburg would be good. And I actually got some friends that actually work at the hospital in Lynchburg. So yeah, if need be, I will be over there and spend some time over there, and I can actually take my computer there if I had to keep you guys informed of what's going on with me, uh, and let you know what we got going on. Um, my wife knows I want to be taking decorations down, and as I want to take decorations down, what does she do? Yeah. She puts decorations up. She has decided to put a tree up in her office. My aunt works at the hospital. Oh, your aunt works at which hospital? VA. She calls that her every month tree. So now in January she's gonna put something on it. February she'll put hearts or whatever on it. And March, whatever. I don't know how she'll do it, but she'll fix it up. I know. But she found a tree at one of the, I don't know, one of the stores around, and she got it for a little bit of nothing. And she fixed it all up. She's got lights and stuff for it. Lynchburg General. Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I've got a few friends that work over there. I got a few friends that work over there. I worked at a couple of hospitals when I was in Philadelphia when I was doing mixing. I worked as um, a technician, and I did a lot. I did a lot of mixing of um, cancer meds. Table. Okay, hold on. Am I still with you guys? Let me know something. I had a big thing on the screen says it's unstable. Is it unstable or am I in? Let's see. Doesn't look good. Oh, I am good. Okay. Yeah, I had a big thing across my screen that says your connection's unstable at this point. Okay. It's doing okay then. So I don't like to say right now, I'm so much up in the air. I would love, to do some things for you guys, but at this point, I'm kind of hanging tight. I got the car right outside here. My wife drove my parents' car, and if she says, "Look, you got a jet, you got to be ready to go." So I'm actually dressed, ready to go if I need to. I was not feeling good this morning. That's why she took off work. I was not feeling good at all early this morning, and then it just it looks like some mornings I have good days and some mornings I don't have good days. I don't know. I know my eyes look. I'm weak. I didn't sleep good last night. We've been having such warm nights in Virginia. I think that's part of it. I like a good cold. I like my bed to be good, nice and cold. Jerry Jones said the door is still open for Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett. All he's waiting to do is hear from Jason Garrett. Does not have a contract. There's no way he keeps him. No way. No way. No way do they keep him. Not a chance. But the weather here in Virginia, and I'm not arguing about it so much because if it's not a lot of snow going on, I can giddy up around some of these mountains and some of these places where I can do some fishing. I got to get my I've got to get my GoPro charged up. I got to get everything ready. I've got a few fishing rods together, but you can better believe if we go into where I think maybe we're going to, Number one thing, I'm going to help Mrs. Rob first. We're going to have a big net, because my friend said he had one of those little, he called it a trout net. And when he caught his fish, he said the head and about almost a third of the body was sticking out of the net when he was pulling it out. I'm like, wow. And he said the damn fish, I don't know, 31 inches, 30, and that's, that's trophy size. So we may even try to get them, a couple of them hung up around somewhere and get them mounted and stuff if we catch something nice size. But I think it would be cool if Mrs. Rob catches one. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of you guys would love to see her, fighting one, drag pulling and everything, and be like, guess what? Hang with it, hang with it, and then if it hurt, if she tires her arms out, okay, take a seat for a little while, let me take over. Oh yeah, I don't have a problem with that. My buddy even told me, he said, look, go 12, 15-pound test. I mean, these fish are that. He had his line break 3 times on him Thursday. And I asked him what he was using. He said 10-pound. So I bought some 10-pound last night. I may end up buying 12 and 15 before it's over with. But when you start catching 7, 8, and 9-pound fish, man, you really, really, really got to keep up with it as far as dialing in the line, because those fish, especially a trout, they are some fighting fish. I think they fight more than a bass do. I really do. They've got so much fight to them, and they're a lot of fun to catch. So I'm really, really excited about this. I know a lot of folks on my channel is not big fishermen, but I hope you'll bear with me when I videotape this one day. It's just going to be a one-day event unless we get a cabin and go 2 days in a row. But I'm going to certainly try to get this posted up when we go. If we go on a Friday or something, I'm going to try to have it posted up by Sunday. And I want definitely as much video as I can get. If I can get an hour or 2 hours video, I'm going to try to get as much as I possibly can. Successful. Any video you do, I watch. Appreciate it, Sean. Yeah, I gotta keep being okay with my GoPro. I have a tendency of pointing it down too low. I got to remember to keep it out because I'm usually wear my hat pretty low. So if I can see it good, you guys can see it good, and that's what I gotta make sure about that. So I'm really, really excited. You don't know. My buddy, when he got home Thursday, he was like, Rob, you got to go fishing. And I said, really? He said, you got to go fishing. He said, when they're stocking it, it is no more fun in the world. And lately fishing for me has been kind of slow. It really has the last month or so. And usually December is a hot month for me. This year, no. November was. In January, I'm gonna change this thing. January, I'm gonna change it up somewhere. I got to go some places and change up my luck somewhere. But I've been going in the mountains, and I've been going north. Now I'm gonna start going south. West for me, pretty much. Don't have to do a lot south for me, but a lot of west from where I live. And it's a lot of mountains, and it's a lot of hills, and a lot of good creeks, and good streams. And this stream is about maybe 25 feet wide, something like that. It is definitely too deep to walk across in places. They got 10, 12-foot holes in the water, and they say a lot of times that's where the trout will hide out and stuff like that. And the water just barely runs. It doesn't go very fast. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping we're gonna have some luck, but my main thing is I really hope you guys enjoy my videos. Scream at the fish, y'all better get on this line. You hear me? Now I don't want to scream at them, but I definitely want to see Mrs. Rob catch one. If she doesn't catch any more than one, but if she gets on a hot streak, you better believe. I can tell you some more things she loves to do, or I taught her. We were at my parents' 10 years ago, right? And my mom and dad were having problems with squirrels chewing the stuff, the gutters, right? Biting on the gutters and stuff. So my dad said, you got to get rid of some of the squirrels. What's up, Interzone? You certainly can join up with us. So I said, Dad, what do you want me to do? I said, I can go out there and catch them. But I said, if you relocate them, a lot of times if they got babies, they're going to die. So he said, why don't you just shoot some? He said, shoot a couple of them. I said, okay. So I go out back with a 12-gauge shotgun with six shot. Anybody that knows anything about guns, six shot, it's scatter. It scatters a lot, but it's got a lot of power pretty close. So I saw a couple of them pretty close to me, and I shot them, and they fell down. And then so my wife Dara looks at me, and she says, "Look, I want to try." And I said, "Okay." Now it bucks a little bit because it's automatic, 12 gauge automatic. So Remington, I don't know, 1100 or something like that. Anyway, I got her to get a 6 shot in there. She put it in there and all. And I told her, I said, just make sure this part of the gun's not right in front of your face. That way, when it comes and cocks back, it's got that like action to it. And she says, where do I point? I said, you don't have to do a lot of aiming. I said, you just point kind of at him. As long as you can see him, shoot him. She pulled that trigger. And I looked at her. I thought, oh, my Lord, she's going to raise Cain at me now because she's going to be on broke her shoulder. And she shot that squirrel. I looked at her real close. Nothing really happened. Next thing you know, the squirrel's fly, falling between the limbs and falls down. I'd done a couple of breathings, Okay. Then I looked over at her, and I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what she was going to say or do. You'll never guess what she said to me. She looked at me and said, I want to do it again. I want to do it again. She shot a squirrel. I shot a couple of them. They'd been messing with my mom and dad's gutters at their house. Yeah, they've been chewing on their gutters, and they'd been getting up there, and they were starting to nest in there. And my dad said, you got to get rid of some of these squirrels for me. And I shot a couple of them. And then Darlene, she came out there and she said, look, I want to do it too. And I said, Dar, you sure you want to do it? She said, yeah. And then she shot one of them, and she said, now I want to do it again. I was like, oh my gosh, what have I? So she likes to shoot. She likes to shoot the gun. So we'll see. They talking about Dez Bryant going to coach the Cowboys. I don't think you got to worry about that. Dez Bryant's not going to be coaching the Cowboys. They're trying to put a I think they're trying to lessen the blow on Jason Garrett, but why don't they just let him go already? He's not staying. How was Stu? Oh, soup was some soup I fixed the other day. Talking to me. Oh, the squirrel didn't go in the stew anyway. I don't know if you're talking about that. She shoots. So, I did want to make. Let me make my announcement one more time before we go. Last season we did 1 and 2. Every time we rolled 1 and 2 was the top group. 3 and 4 the middle group. 5 and 6 was the back group. This year 5 is the back group. 6 is hot rod. 6 is hot rod. We're probably going to have 30-some cars at that. I'm going to roll 2 20-sided die. Right there, I rolled a 2 and an 8. I'm going to add them up. It'll be a 10. We'll go whoever's in 10th place. I'm going to roll the red die. If it's below his or her gas pedal, he goes up to 9th. I'll pick it up again. He can hot rod through the whole entire field. So a 6 will be a hot rodder with 2 20-sided die. If I roll doubles, that just means the leader says no, thank you. We're going to go to the next turn. So no doubles. So number two can't, 1-and-1s. Well, or we may do it 1-and-1 and be number two, but any other double it'll have to be it'll be no turn. So we'll see what happens there. One more time, let me give you my pick. Saturday, 4:30 game, Bills and Texans. I like your Bills. Upset, 24-20. Titans and Patriots, no upset there. I like your Patriots. Patriots 4.5-point favorites. I think they cover, 42-31. Sunday, day game, Vikings and Saints. Vikings and Saints. I'm the only person that says that Vikings will cover. Saints won't cover, but they'll win. 36-34, Saints win. And Seahawks, Eagles, the late game, 4:40. I like Seahawks in this game. Go under. Go under the total. 75. I don't know, 23-16 or something like that with the Seahawks. They may cover, but just go the under. Go the under with Seahawks, Eagles. Yeah. Seahawks done went to Philly 5 weeks ago and beat them. They only gave up 9 points to that team. They're a better team, and they're a better team than Philadelphia. So I'm saying 2 road teams will win: Seahawks and the Bills. And if the Bills win, that is not what Baltimore wants to see. That is not what Baltimore wants to see right now. They do not want that. Because the Bills are a team that can beat Baltimore. They're equipped. They got a great defense. Personally, I think they're the only team in the AFC that can beat Baltimore is Buffalo. Seahawks got a better matchup by losing yesterday. Well, not really. Not really. Let me tell you what happens. Guess who Seattle plays if they win tomorrow? Win this week. They go on back to San Francisco. Unless the Vikings pull an upset. Vikings got to pull one hell of an upset though early in the game. But if the Seahawks win, Saints win, Seahawks going right back to 49ers again. So, but they can beat Seahawks. Seahawks could have beat the Saints. I really believe they could. They got a lot better defense than the Saints have got. But the Vikings, everybody I talk to about the Vikings, the first thing they bring up is their quarterback. And first thing I always like to look at a team at is their defense. And the Vikings defense is not bad. The Vikings defense is not bad, guys. And, Breeze, 49ers are a fun team to watch. They are. 49ers have a great offense, though. They've got a top 5 defense, and then they got a top 10 offense. Shit, I'd rather have Garoppolo than most all of – hell, look at all the playoff – look at all the teams playing in the playoffs this weekend. Would you rather have Garoppolo or the other player? Let's look at all 8 teams. Garoppolo or the Bills, Josh Allen. Garoppolo, Josh Allen. You guys tell me. Josh Allen or Garoppolo? If you had to win one game, would you rather have Garoppolo or Josh Allen as your quarterback? I would rather have. There's Sean says Garoppolo. I'd rather have Garoppolo. Brian Gorman, what's going on? He's got my stream. Yep, I'm on for a couple more minutes. What we're trying to figure out is how good Jimmy Garoppolo is. Okay, we're putting him up against all 8 quarterbacks this week. Okay, and we just said, who would you rather have, Jimmy Garoppolo or Josh Allen of the Bills? Who would you rather have? Whatever, for one game, for one season, whatever. Sean just said Jimmy Garoppolo. What do you guys think? I agree with him. I like Garoppolo in that one. Who would you rather have? Deshaun Watson, Jimmy Garoppolo. Deshaun Watson, Jimmy Garoppolo. Let's see how many games did the Texans lose this year? I think he lost 6. Aren't they 10-6? Sean says he'd rather have Deshaun Watson. Brian says Jimmy Garoppolo. How about anybody else? You give me Jimmy Garoppolo any day of the week between them two. That wouldn't even be a matchup for me. Titans. Who's the Titans quarterback now? Who is a Titans? Not AJ McCarron. What the hell is it? Tannehill or Garoppolo? Tannehill or Garoppolo? You tell me, guys. Who would you rather have? Inner zone right now, probably not. Brissett, he really faded away. Tannehill or Brissett? Tannehill or Garoppolo? I take Garoppolo. I would too. All right. Next one. We may hurt people's feelings with this. Garoppolo, Brady. I know Enderzone's going to say Tannehill. Tannehill, the best 3-game-in-a-row quarterback ever. Brady, Garoppolo. Let's hurt some people's feelings in New England, right? Brady or Garoppolo? Be for real a minute, guy. Yeah, you got to take Brady. But the fact is, Brady just has nothing to work with. Vikings quarterback, what's his name? Vikings quarterback. What the hell's his name? I can't ever think of his damn name. What's his Vikings quarterback? Not Trubisky, no. Kirk Cousins. Cousins or Brady? Cousins, not Cousins or Brady. Cousins or Garoppolo? Trubisky over Cousins. Cousins or Garoppolo? Who would you rather have? See, after you start pairing them up a little bit, then you start thinking Garoppolo's not such a bad damn quarterback to have. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He doesn't do a lot of stupid shit. He plays smart. I take Garoppolo too. Breeze, Garoppolo. Breeze and Garoppolo. Breeze and Garoppolo now, not 5 years ago, not 6 weeks ago. Breeze and Garoppolo right now. Everybody's saying Breeze. It's hard to go against Breeze on that one, but I would understand I would understand if somebody with the 49 said, guess what? An even trade, we wouldn't think about getting rid of him. But Breeze has his weaknesses, but and we may see him against Minnesota this week. But I can understand. I would take Breeze. Garoppolo versus give his damn name in a minute. Wentz. Garoppolo versus Wentz. Garoppolo versus Wentz. Well, where's Dale when we need him? Our resident Philly fan. Garoppolo versus Wentz. Judge them with your eyes, not with your heart, guys. Garoppolo versus Wentz. Garoppolo versus Wentz. What do you think? Interzone says Wentz. Garoppolo versus Wentz. Even trade. Even trade, Gorman says, toss up. Who would you rather have as coach, Jason Garrett or Marvin Lewis? Wentz all day, not a chance for me. I'd rather have Garoppolo. I'd rather have Garoppolo. All right, let's go to another one right here, Mr. $35 million man. Cowboys. What the hell's his name? The hell's his damn name? He'll make $35 million next. Prescott. Garoppolo, Prescott. Garoppolo or Prescott? Who would you rather have? Even money. Interzone says Garoppolo. Who do you say, Sean? Did Sean say he'd rather have Dak or would he rather have Garoppolo? He'd rather have Dak. Psst. I'm telling you, Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz are right there together. They're the same quarterback, man. They both screw up way too much. People in Philly love Wentz, but when he loses, they own his ass. And it's the same way with Prescott. They're the same quarterback. Garoppolo's a better quarterback than both of them. He's better than both of them. It's all where the heart is, folks. It's all where the heart is. Garoppolo's a top 10 quarterback in this league. You work through it. Garoppolo, all right, Garoppolo, Rivers. Phillip Rivers, Jimmy Garoppolo. You tell me. And trust me, if you're a 49er insider and say you would rather have Phillip Rivers, I'm sure the Chargers will sign Rivers and trade him to you for Garoppolo. Phillip Rivers, Jimmy Garoppolo. That's a no-brainer for me. Shit, Chargers are letting him go. And they're not. Chargers are letting Rivers go. And they're not getting nothing for him. They don't want him. They're releasing him. Are you kidding? They didn't even offer the guy a contract. Has anybody seen Phillip Rivers play lately? Phillip Rivers may be the worst Hall of Fame quarterback that ever gets in. All you got to do is look at the way he plays. Give me Garoppolo any damn day of the week. All right, let's go down to Florida. Let's go down to Florida. How about what's his name? Winston. Jameis Winston, Garoppolo. Yeah, oh hell yeah, he plays like crap a lot of times. He throws them. The problem with he's got a bad attitude too. He's got a bad attitude, man. Yeah. Jameis Winston, Garoppolo. Who would you rather have? You notice we're running out of teams, folks. We're running out of teams real quick. And then it's like, oh, whoa, he may be a top 10 quarterback. You see, you run out of teams really fast, and it's like, I thought it was better quarterbacks out there. Not. No, there really aren't. There really aren't. Matt Ryan, Jimmy Garoppolo. Matt Ryan, Jimmy Garoppolo. Everybody throws 4 INTs in a game here and there, does things. I'm just talking about, and whoever. Interzone says he'd rather have Ryan. Look at the weapons Matt Ryan. Look at the weapons Matt Ryan has around him. Look at the weapons he has around him, and then look at the standings. Let's see. Let's just look. Where are those Falcons at? 7-9. Garoppolo. I take Garoppolo. I'm sorry. All right. Anybody in love with Superman? What the hell's his name? What the hell's his name? The guy played for Carolina, or still maybe at Carolina. I don't know. What the hell's his name? Went to Auburn. Somebody help me out. Cam Newton. Cam Newton. Garoppolo. Who would you rather have? Falcons had a lot of bad stuff going on this year, but their coaching is really bad. He'll probably be gone too if he's not gone. You'd rather have Cam Newton. Sean would rather have Cam Newton. Hey, have you guys ever seen Cam Newton's win-loss? His wins and losses. Cam's going to the Lions. I don't think he's going to stay in. I don't think he's staying in Carolina. You give me Garoppolo any day of the week. I'll take Garoppolo. The kid in Washington. How about the kid in Washington that came from OSU? That was his name. Jeez. Can't remember nothing. Number 7. Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins, Jimmy Garoppolo. Be truthful about it, guys. Foles, you know what? I'd rather have Foles over Jimmy healthy. Foles is a hell of a quarterback. Foles, how in the world did the Eagles say, okay, we got Foles right here. We've got I don't care if he wasn't number 1 pick. All right, we got Wentz right here. We got Wentz. Somebody's going to want him. Let's put his ass out there and we'll be like, okay, somebody take him. Somebody pick him up. Somebody take Carson Wentz. Somebody would have done it. I would have kept Foles. Hell, I've always liked Foles. But Dwayne Haskins, give me Jimmy Garoppolo any day. When they were putting him out there to trade, I was wondering what idiot's not going to go out there and trade. And nobody wanted him but the 49ers. I'm like, what the hell? You saw him play for New England. And look, you know, what I like to do, I like to focus on the quarterback. And there's one thing that I never liked about Peyton Manning. There's one thing I never liked about Peyton Manning, and you go to this day, every time he dropped back to pass, those damn feet were doing this shit, just bouncing up and down. That was the one thing. He was, you can tell me what you want to about Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's a Hall of Famer and all this stuff. You standing back in the pocket and your feet's dancing like a damn, bouncing up and down. You chicken somewhere or scared. You watch Tom Brady. He drops back there. That right foot is in the ground. You watch Garoppolo. That right foot is in the ground, and he's ready to throw it. Now, he's able to run. And if you watch the kid the other night for the LSU team, if you watch that kid for the LSU, that foot was in the ground. He can run when he needs to. Yeah, no problem there. But he's looking down the field trying to throw to not number one, not number two, but even number three. Yeah, Joe Burrow. Watch some of these guys. Don't even watch your eyes. Don't even watch your upper body. Watch their feet, and you'll see Peyton Manning. 95% of the time when he dropped back, he was doing this crap. Do you think Trubisky will be the starting quarterback for the Bears next season? Probably will be. Should they? Probably not. The Bears organization deserves better. He wasn't that great in college. I mean, he was a good quarterback, solid quarterback in college, but solid quarterback in college does not equal to being a good NFL prospect. There's a quarterback out there I think can play, but I just think he's had all of his like pride ripped from him. And I may be wrong. I wouldn't give over a third or fourth round pick for this guy. But he shows me some promise, even though he plays like crap all the time. Every time I see him play, I'm thinking, damn, dude, come on, go out there and play, because you look like you got the pride about you. And you remind me as much of anybody. You remind me of Matt Ryan. But damn, you just can't get the ball in where you want to. And his name, the kid for the Lions, Stafford. I mean, my Lord, what is he, 6'6"? I mean, he's built like the ultimate NFL quarterback. And he just can't win. Trubisky, both of them. But Stafford, Trubisky has not been the letdown that Stafford has. My Lord, Stafford, jeez, man. He's one I look at and I'm like, how in the hell does he not succeed? He's huge. He stands up there. He's not a big mouth. He's got a great attitude. The Detroit Lions is a team I just can't look at. I think Matt Patricia's a decent coach. I don't know about the GM and what they've got going on. They got Hall of Famers that's come out of there, but what does he need? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Lions got in touch with me, and let's say I was a Redskin, I like the Redskins. I'm a Redskins GM, and he calls the whole league up and says, "Guess what? Matt Stafford's on the block." I would not sit around. I'd be like, you know what? I'll offer you a 4th round pick for him. Yeah, I ain't offering you a 1st round pick for him. I give you a 4th round pick for him. And if he comes to my team, I'd be like, yeah, all right, man, look, whatever you've done in the past, forget it. Go to a damn shrink down the street here, drink your couple of beers, and come back here and be like, all right, this is a new start. Forget what the hell happened to you in Detroit. I don't give a damn. But man, oh man, I mean, who looks more like? I mean, he's a bigger Matt Ryan. I mean, he's stouter, and I mean, he's got the NFL frame. He is a big dude. Throw the ball anywhere. I don't know. He is one that I can't figure out. Trubisky, man, oh man, I'll tell you what. I just think he got thrown a little bit over his head going to Chicago, big city. He doesn't need that. He needs to go somewhere like oh wow, where could he go? Well, once Tampa gets rid of who will be the next coach for the Giants? There's rumors going around. Well, the thing of it is, though, Andrew Luck was successful. Andrew Luck had success. Andrew Luck won ball games. Andrew Luck got them to the playoffs. Stafford he just astounds me, man. It's like huge, great attitude, never causes problem. You never hear a bad word about him. Baylor coach, you think? I don't know, man. I tell you what. Number one, Gettleman should have got fired. Dave Gettleman, the GM, the GM for the Giants, should have got fired. I'm sorry. He's the one that handpicked their coach this time. And Gettleman should have got it too. He should have got the axe. He didn't. Wow, who should they take? Who should they take? Probably whoever I say, you're going to be like, wow. But the guy knows football. I think they could do worse. I'm not sure he'd give up his current gig. Phil Simms. Phil Simms. I don't think he'd probably give up his CBS gig, but I think he would be exactly what they need. They've went with first year guys, and you don't really want to retread in there too. You want somebody successful, and there's no successful coaches out there. I don't know. If I was a Giant fan, I would love to see Phil Simms on the sideline. Got to go, Rob. My battery is ready to die. Ready to be on there. Great deal, Brian. Thank you for coming to my live feeds. I have them. So what happens to the Browns? Who knows, man? The Browns are such a screwed up team. Thanks for stopping by, though, Brian. I appreciate it. Somebody needs to tell all those superstars on the Browns to keep their mouth shut. I don't think the Browns move upwards. I really don't. I think they're probably going down some more. Would Lincoln Riley take the Browns job? I'm hearing they're talking to him. If he does, it's probably his last stop in the NFL, one and only stop, Lincoln Riley. I don't know. I personally, if I was an up-and-coming coach, I would turn down that job just because I wouldn't want to, because I would be the type of coach that I would get up in that quarterback's face and slap the crap out of him. Baker Mayfield, he's got too much mouth, and I think somebody needs to do it. But when they do it, then the league is going to step in. You can't have somebody like like a Parcells anymore. You know, you can't have a Parcells type coach no more. If you do that, they're gonna run you out of town. You know, you got to hold their hands now. But I don't know, man. And I like the Browns to a point because I used to love to watch the Browns play in the '80s. Yeah, I mean, come on, OBJ. They go out here and the first thing they do is go jump to Twitter. All right, the coach just jumped on me. You know what? You're lucky he didn't take his damn shoe off and slap you upside your damn face with it. I mean, come on, guys. They're the biggest whiners ever. And then if you turn the TV on to ESPN right now and you watch a damn commercial, guess who the first person you're going to see? Baker Mayfield. See, I think the Players Association should walk in and be like, guess what? All right, you rookies, toe the damn line. Okay? For the first year or two, do what you're told, get it, and then after that, sure, there are a lot of prima donna players out there, though, you know. But the problem is, there's not enough Tom Brady's and Bill Belichick's out there. You know, Tom Brady. You know, Randy Moss has come out and said Tom Brady he came up to me and he told me, he said he never raised his voice to him. He said, guess what, Randy? I want you to come out to dinner with me tonight. And Randy said, I look forward to meeting your family. He said, no. He said, I didn't say nothing about family. I said, you. I want to go out, eat dinner with you. He picked him up. They rode like 50 miles outside of Boston. They went somewhere and got something to eat. He said the whole time he's sitting there, he never brought up football one time. They got back in the car, and he told him, he said, guess what? This is what we want at practice, man. Just like this. We can look at each other. We can talk to each other, and that's all we want. You look me in the eye, you tell me the truth. I look you in the eye, I'm going to tell you the truth. And that's all we're looking for. And they said Tom took him out, did that. Belichick went to Tom after that, not knowing it, and said, would you please take Randy out, and just show him around the town. He said, guess what? I've already done it. It's like Tom Brady knows what I need to do to try to make a better team around me. And that's the thing, man. When he retires, I don't care if you hate him, you like him, whatever. It's going to be a sad day because you think about this. Think about it this way. You look at the players, and you can look at the organization all 9 times he went to to the Super Bowl. I want you to look at it from top to bottom, okay? Check them out. And you're going to be like, where the hell did that player go? 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 And then up at the very top, TB12. And all he did is win 6 out of 9. 6 out of 9. How many Hall of Fame receivers did he ever have? And that's a tight end. How many Hall of Fame wide receivers? How many Hall of Fame offensive linemen? Maybe one. Maybe one. How many times did they have a top 5 defense? Last year. That was it. Well, Randy Moss. But Randy, you're right. You're right. Randy Moss. You're right. You're right. You are right. Randy didn't win. He didn't win a Super Bowl with them, though, did he? Did he win? I don't believe so. I don't believe he won a Super Bowl. I don't believe so. Your wife's getting back to me too. Randy Moss, Super Bowl wins. He made 2 appearances in the Super Bowl, one with the Patriots, one with the 49ers. 49ers lost to they took an 18-0 team and lost to the Giants, and then that's what happened there. He didn't win a Super Bowl. So think about it that way. That's when he lost. Then Tom went 6-2 without him. Now, is Edelman a Hall of Famer? I don't think so. I don't think he is. I don't think Edelman's a Hall of Famer. Edelman's a hell of a player, though. I don't take nothing away from him. And he's had some decent players around him. But man, oh man, it's been like, you think he is a Hall of Famer? I don't think he is. Let's see what Siri thinks here. Is Julian Edelman a Hall of Famer? Some people saying he is a Hall of Famer. I don't think so. He may be. How many catches does he have in his career? I don't know. We'll see. Never thought about him. And then they've had some decent players over the years, but Tom, to me, is just the best quarterback I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of good ones. I've seen a lot of good ones. Joe Montana, hands down, is number 2. Terry Bradshaw won 4 Super Bowls. Terry Bradshaw doesn't break a top 10 for me. Their defense was great, but and getting in touch with my wife. On your way home? And let's see if she is. Let's hope so. Let's hope they are. They left before lunch, and I hope my father's all right. He has dementia, and he's going through a lot. 86 years old as of October, and he's just having a hard time, guys. And like I say, I was feeling bad this morning. I wish I was feeling better myself. I'd have took him, but they went up to the VA, and we're going to see what happens there. And we're hoping maybe he gets to come home this evening. Wow. Let me update this. Let me give one last final update. Red, white, and blue racing. We got 2 more days that you can enter. If you don't have a car, you can leave me a message down below and just simply let me know you want to enter. I will get back to you. If anytime you just want to say hello, how you doing, Rob? You can always go down to any one of my videos. How things going, Rob? I get that personally on my phone, and I can get back to you in 2 minutes. So I mean, it's not like you don't have access to me if you need it or want it. Just like last year, 1 and 2 is the front group, 3 and 4 is the middle group. Different this time. 5's the back group. 6 is hot rodding. Hot rodding is going to be this. We've got 30-some cars. I'm going to roll these 2 20-sided die. Right here, I got a 19 and a 6. I'll go to whoever's in 25th place. I'm going to go to whoever's in 25th place. Do you think Brady will succeed with another team? I'm going to go to 25th place. I'm going to roll the red die. As long as it's successful, you get to roll through the pack. Nobody can go against you. So it means you're hot rodding through the field. Do I think Brady's going to succeed with another team? I think it's going to be tough because he's been so used to it's kind of like if you've been in school for 11 years or 10 years, and then your parents pick you up and take you to another school. Things are so different. They run things different. They do things different. You have to adapt. They don't have to. Belichick is not going to go to a different team and go with Brady. That's for sure. Belichick and this is his last stop. I think. I think once he steps down, that's going to be all for Bill. Brady, I think maybe he may try to go to another team this year. It's going to be very, very interesting. If he's going to do it, he'll do it this year. Does he want to pick his kids up and take them to a different school? Does he want to do all that stuff? Does he want to pick his wife? Take his wife from East Coast to West Coast. Which they got places all over the United States. They got like 5 houses, so it's not like it'd be a big turnaround for him. Brady's used to the Belichick system. That's right. And you're not going to step in somewhere where somebody's a 10-year vet and be like, yeah, this is the way things are going to be. Guess what, Brady? You're the new guy here. And, I don't know where he would get accepted to the point to where he would be team leader. I don't know. The Chargers are in disarray a lot of ways. But, I would almost rather see him go to the Raiders. John Gruden is as much like he's as much like Belichick as anybody in the NFL. John Gruden. If he don't like you, he'll get the hell rid of you. He don't care. He don't care how good you are. Look, Antonio Brown was there. They got rid of him. He went to the Patriots. They got rid of him. Would you like Bill to coach the Redskins? Not now. Now, I think Bill is just ready to. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody come up to me and told me after this playoff run, Bill Belichick retired. Would not surprise me. Would not surprise me at all. What more can he do, man? He's got 6 Super Bowls. Went to 9. Wonder who has had a winning record in all of his first 8 seasons without missing a start, with a career passer rating of 100. One of only 2. Ooh. Let's see. A winning record in all of his first 8 seasons. So that's definitely not Aikman. Yeah, Antonio Brown was trying for the Saints last week. Oh, wow. That's a good question, man. Who had a winning record in all of his first 8 seasons without missing a start? Damn. Career passing rate of over 100. Wow. Okay. I'm going to go Dan Marino. Dan Marino, that's what I'm going to go with Dan Marino. And Montana got hurt a couple of times. 8 years. He didn't go 8 years. Brady, he's often overlooked. Damn. Brady and Fouts. How about Dan Fouts and Tom Brady? Maybe. Dan Fouts? All right, I tell you what, do this for us, D. Scott. Do this for us. Tell us what decade like 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, 2010s, 2000s, 2010s. Put both decades up there. And I'll tell you who, Bradshaw gets overlooked. Oh, active now. Oh, it's my arch enemy. No, it's not Eli. It's not Eli. It's my arch enemy, guys. It's my arch enemy, the one I do not like. It's him. Boom! Blow up my brains on that one. No, that's who it is, though. Damn. It's Drew Brees and the one it traded and got rid of Drew Brees. You guys know what I'm talking about. Feel the real deal. Rivers. Damn. Philip Rivers he's got a good record. Philip Rivers. That's who it is. It's Philip Rivers. It's got to be. We call him Danger Russ. Russ. We call him Danger Russ. Russell Wilson? Oh, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. Ah. Is it Tom Brady and Russell Wilson? Is it Tom Brady and Russell Wilson? Or is it Drew Brees and Russell Wilson? Had a winning record in all of his first 8 seasons without missing a start. Russell Wilson and who's the other one? Is it Tom? Is it Tom Brady? All right. And okay. And so it won't my arch enemy. It won't my arch enemy, right, guys? So I can take that monkey off my back, like Steve Young said. To me, to be a Hall of Famer, it's great. It's great that if you win 130 games and lose, 80 and throw for 60,000 yards, that's great. That's all great. But name me his biggest win. That's all I want to know. That's all I want. What is Philip Rivers' biggest win? Your biggest win? Well, you go back and look. He's been. When did he go to one Super Bowl? Did he go to one? I think he went to one. So I guess it would have to be the AFC Championship. Is that what it'd be? Biggest win for Philip Rivers' career. Because everybody, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. First ballot Hall of Famer. How many Super Bowls did Philip Rivers go to? Oh, I love this. I love this. Oh, you gotta love this, guys. No, he couldn't have won against the Colts. He's in both of them in the AFC. Oh, his biggest win would be against the Colts. It could be, I guess. Oh, I love this Wikipedia. You gotta love this. Phillip Rivers was one of 17 quarterbacks taken in the 2004 draft, along with Ben Roethlisberger and Eli Manning. Both Roethlisberger and Eli Manning have multiple Super Bowls. This is on Phillip Rivers' Wikipedia page. Oh, my God. It's like, slap him while he's down, folks. I love that. That Wikipedia page, please don't mess with that one, folks. That was so funny. Phillip Rivers. Yeah. He even look at him, man. Look at him. He even looks like a grump. All right, look at that picture right there. There's somebody else in another sport that looks just like him that's got the same friggin' attitude. Look at him real close. That's Phillip Rivers right there, but he looks just like somebody else. Broken. Think about it, guys. They were on this other guy's ass just a few weeks ago about being a cocky dude, about being a cheater, about being all this and that. Look at him. Look in his face. Don't he look like a golfer? No, golfer. Take a look at him. Yeah, I cheat. You got that same damn attitude. You guys know what I'm talking about. He put his club in the dirt. He looks just like him. See if I can find the other guy's picture. He looks just like this guy, man. See if I can find him. Not Conor McGregor. No, a golfer. A PGA golfer. And the guy's got a crappy attitude just like him. They're on his ass about cheating and doing all this other stuff. He shouldn't be doing this. And they were booing him. And his caddy got thrown out. I mean, a real jerk. Let me see if I can show him to you. Somebody may get the name before I get it. Man, you tell me this don't look just like. Tell me that dude don't look almost like Phillip Rivers. Patrick Reed. Yeah, Patrick Reed. I'm telling you, they look alike, man. Look at him. Look at him. Sean don't think he look alike. I think he look alike. Same damn attitude. Phillip Rivers gets emotional. Yeah, just get emotional, dude. Just go home now. Hit the damn. Oh yeah, somebody was hugging him. See, he always got that look on his face like I'm pissed off. Never happy. My man's got all the money in the world. That tells me something right there. That I don't want him on my team. You know? Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Then we got 3 Hall of Famers right there. Look at these 3. See, they ain't going to it'll look like a sourpuss. Breeze, Roethlisberger, Eli. Now, I'm not a big Eli fan either, but Eli always had a good attitude. Look at them 3. Yeah. And there goes, look at that. He's following suit. There goes Garoppolo. Look at that. Smiling man. Walks off the field and starts flirting with the chicks. What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just don't go out there and lay down a bunch of crap. You don't talk about people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't, man. I just it just upsets me when I see that. It's you know, when you see garbage like that going on. I just and look, I know Bleacher Bums likes Phillip Rivers, and look, everybody likes their own player, but you can only. Oh yeah, he almost got in a fight yesterday. He about every game he gets mad if somebody touches him. You sack him from behind or something like that. He gets so upset. He gets really mad. He's got a bad attitude. He's got a bad attitude. I wouldn't want him on my team. I would not want him on my team. I'd really give me a rookie. Give me a rookie that I can just start out with and look. Hey, Rook, guess what? If they hit you, you get up, dust yourself off, and be like, guess what? I owe you. You think in your mind, I owe you. But other than that, you don't run your mouth. And oh God, let me call out a couple of idiot players. I don't like them, and I know I'm going to get called out by some people. I don't like the guy for the Chiefs, and I don't like the guy for the Eagles. Zach Ertz, what's that tight end for the Chiefs? I can't stand him either. What the hell's his name? He gets out here and catches a ball for 6 yards, falls down, and gets a first down. You got the ball in your hand. He throws it to the side. Travis Kelce, can't stand him. They're doing this crap. Get back in the damn huddle. Act like you've done it before, you dumbasses. Act like you've done it before. You're a hell of a player. Yes, you, Zach Ertz, both great players. But act like you've done it before. Come on, you don't have to go out here and show us it's a first down. That's their job. Get back in that damn huddle. Yeah, prancing around. You know, all these defensive backs got to do that anyway. Anytime they knock a ball, and half the time they're not making that great a play, it's just that the player didn't catch it. And then they get your hell back in the come on. Grab them by the face mask, pull them around, and be like, okay, just keep on trucking. Yeah. But players like that just get on my nerves. And that's why I'm not a big NFL player. I don't like watching them no more. Give me college. College player shows up somebody one time, you warned, and next time you're out of there. Bye. And I wish he'd have done that to me. I wish he'd have done that to me. The whole time you run your mouth, you're walking right back to the locker room. Yeah. Where's 47? Who's that? Who's that? We don't even know you, dude. I'm telling you, some of these players, even when they get to college, have to get knocked back a notch or two. They really do. You got to kick them back a notch too and be like, guess what? You can be an All-American, young man, but you got to act like an All-American person first. You know, anybody that comes to my channel and you're like, you know what? These prima donna players, they're the ones I like. You know what? Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. See how many take you to the promised land and win the Super Bowl. Okay? Just more often than not, the team that ends up winning the Super Bowl, oh my God. Where would I start now, though? I mean, it's an epidemic out there now. It's such an epidemic. It's terrible. First off, I can't stand the commissioner they've got right now because he's making, he is literally making about $70 million a year. The commissioner. Okay? The commissioner of football should not be making $70 million a year. Number two, If you are a referee, side judge, if you yeah, if you're working for the NFL and you are one of the people that referee or something, that's your job. You're not a lawyer. You're not a doctor. That's your job right there. 12 months a year, your ass is working for the NFL. When you're not refereeing refereeing a game, you're in New York or you're somewhere else, and you get your month off like everybody else with pay or whatever during the off season. But other than that, you come to New York, you look at film, you watch film just like these players do. It's a full-time job for you. Pay them like full-time jobs. But they don't want to play. They don't want nobody they have to, they don't want nobody they have to pay. They want them under their thumb. That's the problem. And if that reminds you of another sport, just look at these idiots out here racing race cars now. Yeah, NASCAR. Yeah. They've been run through the ringer so many times, it's crazy. We're going to change the rules for the truck series next year. Has anybody heard this one now? Have you heard this? Why don't you just fire your crews? Because guess what? We're not going to have pit stops next year. Yeah. Bring a gas man. All you got to do is put gas in. All right? What fun it is, right? You can get rid of all your shop guys except the ones that work on your cars. Any of them that's going to be pit crew, get rid of them. You don't need them anymore. It's all a money racket. It's all a money racket. It's all a money racket. And before, if I live to see 90 years old, I'm going to tell you right now, Sean's exactly right. In baseball, you won't have an umpire on the field. I'll say that. In the next 40 years, you won't have an umpire on the field. That's what's going to happen. They're actually thinking about, just put gas in. That's all we need. There you go. The fans, thank y'all for coming tonight. Yeah, that too. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Do they really care about you? Oh, yeah, they really care about you. They really care about you. So, but that's the way things are going, guys. It's like they see it's just like football back in the days, back in the 70s and 80s. Are there ways they can make things better? Sure. By touching the quarterback, okay, I'm walking by him and I accidentally slap him upside the helmet. Is that a 15-yard penalty? I mean, it ain't like I done like that. I reach out here and my hand slides by his head. Contact to the face. Contact to the face. 15-yard penalty. All right? After a race, NASCAR driver, you came in sixth tonight. How you feel? Well, that son of a bitch in fourth, I'd like to knock the hell out of him. 2 days later, we'd like to tell you that the sixth place driver this week just got fined $100,000. And do you want to know where that $100,000 is going? It's not going to the local charity. It's going right back into NASCAR's pocket. It's the same deal. NASCAR and NFL. It's a money racket. It's a money racket. Then if you want to get me started on the NBA, how you guys like it? How you like that NBA now? I was thinking about playing tonight, but you know what? I've played a few too many minutes lately. So I think I'm going to take tonight off. Coach. So just, you do your thing, player. Let me sit down right here. Load management, you got it. I actually played 14 minutes last night. It's going to be New Year's. It's going to be New Year's. Let me sit back. Come on, guys. Come on. Get me going on it, right? NBA. 200 points a game. Where's defense? If you get in somebody's way now, it's actually, oh, you know what? You ain't supposed to be doing that. He's supposed to be able to drive to the hoop. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. And oh yeah, sure. And then baseball. Okay. When is a team going to realize we don't need 8 players on the field that all can hit 25 home runs? We need 8 players on the field that combined they can hit 300. They can hit 320, 310. Alan Shaw, what's up? What's up? I just, and then ask Alan about. Tell us about EPL, the Premier League, Alan. How about the monitoring system? How about what they call it? What is it? What is it, Alan? VAR? Tell us about VAR. Why mess up a good game, guys? VAR is bad. I'm telling you guys, it's getting to the point. It's getting to the point that you have to pick and choose the sports you watch. And it's like, okay, decide to give Liverpool the championship. VAR is a bunch of garbage, man. It really is. It really is. Whether you agree with or disagree with, if you watched the game the other night, Clemson versus Ohio State, did anybody see that guy when the guy from Clemson threw the ball, Trevor Lawrence threw the ball, the guy got it in his hands, and he takes a couple steps, and then the ball slips out of his hand or gets knocked out of his hand, whatever. They run it back for a touchdown. Did anybody see that? His hand was offside. Did anybody see that? Yeah, VAR is crazy. Now, to me, and I picked Clemson to win. Was that a fumble? Was that a fumble or was that not a fumble, guys? I mean, come on. Look, I think so too. I thought it was a defensive touchdown. I don't necessarily think that would have kept them from winning. I still say Clemson was tough. Clemson found ways. Yeah, he took 2 or 3 steps. That's right. And even the guy, it looked like a fumble to me too. But what was funny was this. What was funny, the 2 guys from ESPN or ABC were sitting there talking. It's a fumble. It's a fumble. Now let's go to the guy that did the refereeing. All right, Mr. Referee, what do you think? He said, well, he really hasn't done a football act. Okay? He hasn't done a football act. You know, he come down with the ball, but he hasn't done a football act, a football action. So Herb Street immediately jumped on that and was like, look, he only took 3 steps. What more action does he have to take? I mean, how often does a guy catch a ball, go 2 steps, and gets tackled? He had the ball in his hands. He had the ball in his hands. It never one time left his hands. Took a step, took another step. You know, you're right. I mean, do you have to turn around and shake his hand and say, nice to meet you, I'd like to do your wife, and now let me run down the street? I mean, oh, come on. Come on. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, guys, but I mean, what the hell constitutes a catch now? I mean, I think I want to run 15 yards. Then that's catch. You know. I know that was mean for me to say. I should not have said that. It really is. It's ridiculous. I've been here an hour and 50 minutes. That's even more ridiculous. All right, one final thing. Update again. Red, white, blue racing. New Year's Day noon is the cutoff. 1 and 2 front group. 3 and 4 middle group. 5's the back group. 6 is hot rod. What is hot rod? Hot rod is when I'm gonna pull 220. I'm gonna pull 220-sided dice out. We're gonna have roughly 35 drivers. I'm gonna roll it. That's a 13 and a 5. I'd go to the 28th place car. I'm gonna roll the red dice. As long as you pass the pedal check, you can go from 28th to 1st. Nobody can go against you. And you're just hot rodding through the field. That's what 6 is going to be all season long on red, white, and blue racing. Hot rod. That's what we're going to call it. No duels, none of that garbage. Number 6 is going to be hot rod. We roll it. If whatever place you're in, if you're in, let's say you're in 29th place, I'll roll a 16 and a 13. I'm going right to 29th place. We start right there and we start rolling. So it's going to be the hot rodder rule. It's going to be like, okay, man, they really hooked me up out of the pits. And so how you like it, guys? I hope that's one. It gives one car a chance to cut through the field. Cut through the field. And we're going to start with, it looks like more, maybe 35 cars. Maybe 35 cars in a 15-lap race. This is, it's going to be a lot of beating, a lot of banging, and I've got a feeling we're going to have a lot of cars out of races. 10 race schedule, 15-lap races, and we're going to see what happens there. Anybody new getting involved? If you're just watching my channel for the first time and you're like, how do I get involved in this? You get right down here. Soon as you watch a video, you go right down to the chat or whatever. Leave a message for me and say, Rob, I'd like to have a car in red, white, and blue racing. I will hook you up. If you have any problems with anything, or if anything's good, bad, or indifferent, leave me a message. I always get back to people anyway. Hit that thumbs up button. I don't know if it's over here or over here. Every time I end up pointing over here, people are always telling me I'm pointing the wrong side. So let me point both of them and hit me a thumbs up right there. Also, subscribe to my channel. We've got about 140 subscribers now. It's going up by the day. New Year's Day is almost here. The 15th of January will mark 1 year for Rob exclamation points channel. Can we have 100 left side? My right hand. All right, that's my right hand here. That's my right hand. Tell me, guys. Tell me, is that the right side? Correct? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Right there. Although right here is where it's at on my picture. But I'll do right. I'm going to guess about right there. That's got to be damn close. January 15th will mark 1 year for my channel. Can I have 150 subscribers by 1 year? If I can, it's 145 more than I thought I'd have after a year. Let me tell you that, guys. It is nuts how things have really just progressed over the last 3 months. I'm going to take off. I don't know exactly what we got going planned right now. It's all according to my parents and my wife right now. They must be bringing my dad. Oh, they just took him back a little while ago. So he's in the hospital right now. So she said no way to me. Were they on their way home yet? So I got to actually do a couple things for them at their house while they're gone. But yeah, my dad got to feeling bad today, so they're taking him to the hospital, the Veterans Administration Hospital. So we'll see what happens there. A lot of what I'm going to be doing in the upcoming days New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, all that type of stuff is going to encompass that. It's going to be according to how my parents are doing. That's me in a nutshell right now. I can't really tell you or update you a lot. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate it. That's me in a nutshell right now. I can't really give you an update as far as how soon we'll get going with anything. I was going to do a baseball game today. Although I did have 2 hours of talk with you guys, I was pretty much sitting around here waiting to see what I hear from my wife. So I'll be around. Definitely support all these channels. Alan Shaw has got a great he has great soccer on his channel. He's got an occasional baseball game on his channel. Thanks so much, Interzone. Sean D, we're trying to talk Sean into getting a channel going. Maybe he'll get one going there. He's a young man from Central Virginia. He's only 16 years old. He's been supporting my channel, and I gave him the wrench for Christmas. He wanted a wrench himself, and I told him, I said, yeah, you can have it. So can't think of anything else going on right now. No time soon, man. Yeah, you gotta get your game going. You gotta get a game going, and we'll definitely support your channel. If you get one going, Sean, you just have to let us know. Till I see you again, my name's Rob. Thanks so much for supporting my channel. And we'll see how I can do with the football picks next week. I was about 9-2 yesterday on the picks I made. A couple of them I didn't even pick. I didn't bother to pick them. You're not in next game. You are injured for a game. Sean is injured for a game right now. He's got young man injury. That's what he's got. But well, let's see. I feel pretty good about my picks this week. I think I'll go at least 3-1. We'll see what happens with the wild card weekend. Then we get to divisional weekend. I think it's the best weekend in football. If you really want to watch NFL football, divisional weekend is my favorite. I think it'll be probably going to put some good games together. We'll see. Until I see you again, my name's Rob. I may be around this evening. Yeah, Sean, he may make you the coach of the Cowboys. Go talk to Jerry, but make sure you get a word in with Steven as well. You may have a chance there. You're not in the in crowd, buddy. Okay. Till I see you again. God bless. Have a great rest of your day. If I don't see you anymore, Happy New Year. And geez, who brought this weather to us? Almost 70 degrees today. Sunny out here. It's unbelievable. Look out there. It is nuts, man. It's crazy weather. It's unbelievable. So till I see you again, I'm Rob. Thanks so much. I'm going to go drink my Gatorade, and I'm going down to my parents' house and go see if I can take care of some stuff. So till I see you again, God bless, and goodbye for now. Bye-bye.